Fascinating stuff. They've dug out a mercifully short selection of old rubbish to start off with. Those days when we thought the cartoons were neat. Much like we used to think that spinning logos were fun, just after the video revolution kicked in. The one I like best is the Timex ad, the botched Timex ad. I wonder if it was intended to be botched or if it was a happy accident. Because whatever happens, it really works. I think you'll enjoy that one. I've never seen it before. Apart from that, all the old favorites are here. The Volkswagen snowplow and the funeral, spicy meatballs and farting Japanese schoolboys. The Dear John, still funny, and probably the first real good ad from the Antipodes, if you remember that. There's the British invasion starting, best use of John Cleese. Watch for the marvelously politically incorrect Dr. Pepper spot. The hunchback of Notre Dame. You'd never get away with it these days. It's so funny. I love it. 1984 is on here, of course. It's compulsory. And my favorite of all time, the Earthquake Pioneer ad. It's just great because it's so cheap to make. Bit of stock footage, one picture of a man in a car, but it's so good. It's a cracking ad. Then there are a few turkeys. There are a few that you'll look at here and think, who the hell voted for that? Well, folks, the jury did. That's the trouble with the jury system, isn't it? A word here about the Clios, I think. You know, Clios are probably the only awards that clients have ever heard of, which makes them kind of valuable for their own sake. An award show is only as good as its jury. And I have a technique when I'm looking at what shows to go in for. I look at the jury, I run my eyes down the names, and I think, if that guy had the office next door to mine, would I pop next door and ask him what he thought of my work? If I wouldn't, why do I want to pay to have his opinion, an opinion that I don't care about? And actually, that criterion would apply, let's say, to a show in the south of France, which is sadly compulsory to enter. But I tell you what, it fails that criterion year after year after year. Now, the Clios don't. I've got to say, they scrape in, most of the people you've heard of. And the organizers seem to choose their jury because of quality, not of quantity. Not because they want to attract more entries, but because they want the best ads to win. Finally, one self-evident truth. Great brands do great ads. Have a look at the stuff on here. Volkswagen, Volvo, Pepsi, Coke, Timex. Wonderful. Same strategy in the first few black and white ads as they are on the last ones. Maxwell House, absolutely the same. Branding is great advertising, and it's great advertising that lasts. In my experience, the only people who whinge about awards, who denigrate them, are the people who can't win them, or the people who are scared of going to head-to-head competition with their peers. Big ideas, big brands, they're not scared of nobody. Enjoy the real. Okay?